Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make $213,212 per month online. Obviously, this sounds very specific, and that is because I'm going to show you some of the strategies a top marketer, blogger, podcaster, whatever you want to call him, Pat Flynn, uses to make money online. He does a lot of different things. You've probably heard of him, or at least his podcast called Smart Passive Income. And he's nice enough and very transparent about his business to the point where he does income reports. So every month he talks about his expenses, his profit margins, and stuff like that from his online businesses and does a breakdown. So it creates a lot of transparency. It's gotten him a lot of followers, and people are always interested in looking at his progress, including me. So I'm going to break down some of the tools, strategies that you can use that he's using, break down kind of what he does, and he has kind of put it out there for the public to view through his income disclosures and breakdowns. So the first thing that Pat Flynn does very well is he blogs. So when you go to Smart Passive Income, you can go to the blog section, and this is one of the first things he started doing. If you've kept up with his work, you'll notice that he has a lot of blog posts. Now, he does different types of blog posts. You do not have to do the same type thing every single time. One thing you can do is, like, say if you have a YouTube channel like I do, you can use your blog as show notes, which the tools and stuff that the links and everything that I mentioned in this will be in the show notes. And he does that for his podcast. He's bigger into podcasting usually than YouTube right now. But if you look at his blog, you can check out, he has his Smart Passive Income show notes and stuff like that, where he talks about what is in the episode, and you can listen to the episode. Just short little blog posts, maybe 300 words or so. And then he also does like full blog posts where he talks about, maybe how to write a book, or how to do SEO for your blog, or how to market yourself online, things like that. And these will be more in-depth articles and stuff like that, like a more traditional blog post. So these types of things are for the purpose of getting traffic. This gets traffic to his email list, to his products, to his affiliate links and things like that, so that he makes money. It gives you something for free. It helps people come back. And when you give something away for free, information, helpful reviews, things like that in blog posts, it creates a lot of traffic, and then you can go into monetization from there. So if you want to start a blog like his, I would recommend going with WordPress. WordPress is what I use. It's what pretty much all the major bloggers use. It counts for 30 to 35% of the entire internet now, and it has probably the most customization and is probably the most updated type of blog that you can use. It's probably the most professional as well. You can attach your own custom domain. You can use a lot of different ways of monetizing it with ads, with your email list, with products, links, etc. And this is one of the cheapest ways you can start your blog. So I recommend this tutorial here. It's at selfmadesuccess.com. You can click start a blog up here, or just go to the link in the show notes. But blogging is one of the best ways for you to get traffic. I recommend looking over his blog post. I recommend, if you start a podcast or a YouTube channel, to use your blog posts as show notes, and then to also create regular blog posts as well that go more in depth. Another thing is he makes a lot of money from affiliate marketing. You'll notice that in his income breakdown, he makes $61,000 plus a month just from affiliate marketing. That's almost half of his income, and I guess it'd be closer to a third of his income. But a lot of bloggers live off of affiliate marketing sales. So the biggest one here you'll notice, which accounts for about half of his affiliate marketing sales, is Bluehost. Bluehost is a hosting company for blogs, websites, whatever you want to call it. and they pay like $65 per referral. Now you can do what he does and promote it on his blog. One way that he does that is on his resources page. This is a great way to promote your affiliate products that you actually use. I would not recommend that you promote affiliate programs that you don't use or that you don't at least know a lot about. As far as resources, Bluehost is the first one on there. As you can see, you can get a deal with that, and then you can start your own website and run that with their hosting. But when you buy it through him, he gets a commission. It doesn't cost you more. It just helps him instead of just giving it all to the company. So it helps you kind of give back to the person who helped recommend you the service in the first place. Another thing that he does to get affiliate sales is something like this, like a video tutorial where he teaches you how to build a blog in less than 4 minutes and write your first blog post. Now he does this using Bluehost. It's an 8-minute video, but he kind of builds up to the step-by-step process of how to do this. And then in the description, in your first sentence, you would want to have a link to your affiliate link to whatever product you're using in the tutorial. Now you can also do reviews, you can do comparisons like Bluehost versus HostGator and have links to them in the description. There's a lot of different ways to promote your affiliate links. You can also use social media and things like that. So you can go to the Bluehost affiliates page. I'll have a link in the show notes to this. It's bluehost.com/affiliates if you just want to look it up. Amazon has a great affiliate program. A lot of products like Leadpages have their own affiliate program. Bluehost is another example. They have their own affiliate program. So you can kind of go through and see what he promotes on his resource pages or in his income reports. He has Fizzle, Leadpages, Market Samurai, Samcart, Teachable, all kinds of stuff. Another thing you can do if you want to make money like Pat Flynn is ebooks. If you want to sell ebooks on pretty much the biggest online bookstore right now, which would be Amazon, probably the biggest online store in general now, you can go to kdp.amazon.com. It will go to the one for your country. You can get 70% royalties, as you can see there, and you can sell your books in a lot of different countries. It's not just the U.S. It's not just U.S. and Canada. It's U.S., Canada, U.K., Germany, India, all those different countries you see in this list here. And you can also, if your book does well, create physical versions of your book using CreateSpace. Now you can go to that link down here, and it allows you to get them printed and shipped to people without you ever having to actually handle the physical books yourself. Otherwise, you'd probably have to get them manufactured, get a certain size of an order. You'd have hundreds of books in your garage or something trying to sell them one at a time, and you'd already be in the hole until you got those sold. So this way, you can sell them online. Ebooks are on Kindle Direct Publishing, and then you can also sell them with CreateSpace and use that to sell like a paperback version or something like that. So Amazon's a great way to go. You'll notice that he has multiple books. He has Let Go and he has Will It Fly. Now Will It Fly is in paperback and audio form as well as Kindle, so you can sell it a lot of different ways. But if you look it up on Amazon, this is the Will It Fly book and this is Let Go. They're both by Pat Flynn, very highly rated, and you can sell them on Amazon, do a little SEO to help them rank better. There are different ways to get good reviews. There are different ways to do your keywords to help you get more sales. There are different ways that you can also mass produce books. Some people produce as many books as like one a day. If you want to learn how to do that, you want to take it to another level than what Pat Flynn is doing, I would recommend K Money Mastery. It's a course I took that's very good for doing, ebook sales on Amazon and stuff like that. He covers a lot of different things, how to start your book from scratch and then go all the way to launching it and marketing it and making it profitable. The research behind it, the reviews, all that stuff is covered in this course. So I'll have a link to that in the show notes, or you can go to selfmadesuccess.com/k-money-mastery. But as far as just learning how to take that to another level, which really Pat Flynn only has 2 books, and he could probably go to a new level with that if he wanted to. I would recommend that course if you're looking for something to help you with ebooks. Next, he has a podcast. You'll notice that his podcast makes him money. Not only does it get him more traffic to his blog, but it also gets him sponsorships. You notice that he has 2 podcasts now. One is Ask Pat, where I think he just mainly takes questions from his followers and stuff. He has 3,700 plus a month from sponsorships on that. And then the Smart Passive Income podcast, which is around $8,000. So through that, he makes, 6 figures a year probably just from sponsorships alone on those podcasts. Now, if you want to start a podcast, you can read all through his blog and stuff like that on how to do it. He also has a course called Power Up Podcasting if you want to learn from that. He is somebody who knows quite a bit about podcasting. A lot of people don't know about him except through his podcast. You can look it up. He interviews a lot of other entrepreneurs and stuff, and people that would help you start a business, help you learn how to start a business and do well at it. So he has about 300 episodes now. You can look it up on iTunes and try out his podcast, listen to them in the car, listen to them while you work out, etc., and learn about entrepreneurship from that. If you're trying to get sponsorships like he does, one place I would recommend you start out at is Midroll. You can go to midroll.com. It's a place where you can basically be a podcaster or be an advertiser, but you meet the other side and you kind of get together, and it results in podcasters with sponsorships, so they can make money, so the advertisers can also grow their brand by being on podcasts that make sense for them. Another thing, you want to have a good contact page. You'll notice he has a contact page up here in his main menu bar, and that is because people can need to contact him for a lot of different reasons, and one of them would be for sponsorships. Okay, so you need to have a section where he has starting a business, interviews, speaking. Like if people want to be on his podcast, you could go to interviews. If people want to hire him to speak at an event, you could go to speaking, content and legal, blah blah blah, and you could contact him about sponsoring his podcast. That's a big thing. People will find you if your podcast is good, and they will want to advertise on your podcast because they're always looking for ways to reach their target market. Next is YouTube. He is also on YouTube. I showed you a video earlier that he did a long time ago. It's still going strong, even though he made it in 2009. It gets him a lot of affiliate sales. He's talked about that before in his content. But if you want to just look up his channel, you can go to Pat Flynn on YouTube. He has all kinds of great things that he covers. He does like a video a week for the most part. Not his main source of income or anything, but it is something that he has here. A few ways to monetize that: affiliate marketing. If you want to, I don't think he does ads on his video channel, but if you want to, you can go to a YouTube channel after you set one up. If you want to set one up, just make sure you have a Gmail account. Go to this little circle here in the top right corner and click that. Go to settings, go to manage or create new channel, and then go through the steps. But after you've done that, you need to make sure your copyright status is good, your community guideline status is good after you've done a few videos, and then you can go to monetization right here. You can see that. View monetization settings. Mine's enabled already. You would just go to monetization, and then it will show you whether it is good or not, and you can apply to get monetized. You need to have an AdSense account, and you need to have a Gmail account to create that YouTube channel in the first place. But YouTube's another way he gets traffic, even though he only does like one post a week. Next is niche sites. Another thing he makes money from is a few niche sites. He currently has 3 that he discloses. Makes him about $3,000 or so per month. Actually, a little bit more, probably closer to $4,000. And you can study his different sites. They're not really related to his brand. They're more about how to do very specific things. And a niche site is run on hosting, so you could use Bluehost hosting. You could use that tutorial I showed you that to help set it up. If you want, you can also go, if you have another hosting provider that you already have, like let's say you go with WP Engine or something, they're great. You could have multiple websites on that on your plan already, however you want to do it. But you're going to need separate websites, separate domains. You want to have a good domain name that is descriptive of what the website is about. You want to do probably a new piece of content for that site every once in a while. Green Exam Academy, of course, is one of them. And this is something that he talks about for architecture. It's an architecture exam you take. If you're interested in architecture, he teaches you how to pass the test to get certified. And you can buy an ebook, or sometimes people will have AdSense ads on niche sites, or sometimes you can just collect emails and sell stuff. You can have affiliate links. You can do a lot of things. Just make sure they're very related to that one thing. You cannot be as broad as he is on his blog. So he has a niche site, and they do not have to be related to your main site. You can have all, you know, I've seen people start out selling ebooks on how to teach a parrot to talk, and then now they're multi-millionaire marketing consultants. So you can start very small niche. You can have a lot of different small niche sites, like the Green Exam Academy. Another one is Food Trucker. He teaches you how to do a food truck, how to start one, how to buy a food truck, and things like that. So those are just a few examples. But as far as a niche site, you can monetize it a lot of different ways. You can see some examples of how he does it. You just have to have some content. You have to have some way of monetizing. You typically want to collect emails as well. Next is online courses. You'll also notice that he makes money from 3 different online courses, totaling about $120,000 per month, which is pretty substantial. And this is one of the biggest ways bloggers get to 6 and 7 figures, is when they start doing their first courses, where they sell it as something that they're an expert in. Obviously, he's an expert in affiliate marketing. He already makes like $60,000 a month from it. So he teaches you how to do it, and then you pay him for taking that course. So it's called 123 Affiliate Marketing. That's just one example. Here's what it looks like. You can watch a video, read through it to see what it's like, and you can learn from him and how he makes money from affiliate marketing. So if you copy him, you can maybe make 6 figures yourself or more. So he helps educate you in a lot of different areas that he already knows he's good at. So he talks about, you know, starting I think Smart from Scratch is the ebook one. Power Podcasting is also about, you know, building a podcast, something he's been very successful at as well. If you want to host a course, the thing about it is you have to think about people wanting their money back, people having all kinds of customer support questions, you having to make sure it's updated, you having to make sure you have a secure website when you collect payments and other information. There's a lot of things that go into having a course. You have to also make sure that people that haven't bought it yet can't access the information. So doing all that can be very complicated. That's why a lot of people start out on a site like udemy.com with courses. You just click become an instructor. You create a course. It's a series of videos where you teach people how to do stuff. And they also help you market it. They take a small cut of however much you make, but Udemy could be a good way for you to get started and get rid of a lot of the headaches that come with starting your course. Then eventually you can graduate to hosting it on your own website like he does. Another thing, if you have your own course, you can later down the line promote it on ClickBank. ClickBank allows you to It's an affiliate marketplace. It allows you to be an affiliate marketer, and it also allows you to post your products on there and pay people a certain commission to promote your products. So these are people basically working for free to help you, and you don't pay them until they get the sale for you. So they just take a cut out of the sale. These are sales you probably wouldn't be getting in the first place. So you can be a vendor and post those products on ClickBank for all different categories. And some people do this, some people don't, but some people are very successful at it and getting a lot of extra sales by allowing affiliates to promote it. Also, you can do software and apps. That's another thing he's gotten into. You'll notice he's very diverse in his income streams. Two main things: the Smart Podcast Player, and then he has the Smart Passive Income Pro theme for StudioPress. So the first thing is the podcast player. He is big into podcasting, and he wanted something that people could play a podcast episode directly on their website without a bunch of coding skills and stuff like that. So he created it. Now you can get it, and for a small fee, you can use this tool to play the latest episodes and stuff on your website. So they don't have to go to iTunes necessarily or a podcast website necessarily to listen to your podcast episodes, which really helps. When I told you, that you can do, like you look at his blog, he has these SPI episodes where he just does a quick description of the episode and then lets you listen to it in podcast format. That's really helpful for that. He uses the software that he had developed, the media player, so that you can do that directly on the website. Also, he has a theme that is about $100 for StudioPress. StudioPress does a lot of WordPress themes, and if you want pretty much the same theme that Pat Flynn uses and you want it to run fast and all of that, you can pretty much get the same one as him and buy it through StudioPress for about $100. And he gets, commissions and stuff from that because his name is his business name is attached to it. So that's another thing you can do. You can license out like your name or your business brand, and people can create something for you and then pay you a percentage because you helped make it famous. Or you can just develop your own plugin or piece of software like the Smart Podcast Player and help people fill a certain need and, make 100% from that. And last but not least, another thing he does is, that's pretty much it, actually. A couple things I want to cover, though, and if you want to get his software and apps created, then you might want to have somebody do it for you. If you want to find web developers, you can find them at Upwork, and Upwork is one of the best freelance websites out there, and you can find all kinds of web developers. So just when you go to type find freelancers, just click web developers or something like that, app developers, plugin developers, whatever it is you're trying to do. His is more of a plugin, his podcast player, but you can do all kinds of different things. Now, if you want to learn to code yourself and create your own stuff, you can use SoloLearn. They have an app for Google Play or Android devices as well as Apple devices. And it's a free app, and it teaches you Python, Java, C++, CSS, HTML, all kinds of different ways to code, all kinds of different languages. They have games. They have, code as you go. They have testing. They have quizzes. They have, a community on there for asking questions. Pretty much any possible way you could learn how to code is on there in one app for you. So I would recommend SoloLearn. It's a free app that will teach you how to code, which is one of the most valuable talents that you can have these days. So Other than that, that's it for this video. If you thought it was helpful, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you. Also, if you want to let me know what you thought about the video, if you want to let me know about something you'd like me to cover in the future, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and get your feedback. Like I said earlier, I'll get all the links and the tools and stuff that I mentioned in this video in the show notes at selfmadesuccess.com, and I'll get a link in the description of the video if you want to go straight to that page. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great day.